Okay, found my balancing stuff. Set that crap away still now. Alright, so the stool and the drawer are about the same height. Pretty close, see? So that gives me a place for my axle to go. Goes across here. Like that. Wheel goes in the middle, and you can static balance your wheel. Simple process. We get our weights, we put over the spoke nipples here, and that holds it where you need to be. Instead of stupid glue-ons like this, which are stupid, you put weights on it that actually work and are reusable. Alright. First thing you do is put the bearing axle in. So just a generic rear axle off of something. Softail, dyna, FXR, they're all the same. Just has to be long enough to use. Okay. Okay. I just jiggle the wheel back and forth, and the wheel will find its happy spot. Appears to be a happy spot. Turn it 90 degrees, see if it moves. Just so happens I put on the heavy spot. See? So you thought it was perfectly balanced first time, didn't you? It wasn't. Now, as long as you wiggle the axle back and forth, it'll take the load off the bearing and seal. So it'll find a neutral spot, give or take an inch or so in the circumference of the wheel, which is plenty close enough. So it appears to be right here. Appears to be pretty far out, so we're going to put both weights back on. So you go straight up. Looks like these two spokes here are straight up. So you just put this one on temporarily there. This one right next to it. Turn it 90 degrees. And see what it wants. It's not even close. It wants way more weight. This tire is really out of whack. Most modern tires are not very far out. This thing's way off. Okay, so let's pull out the big boy weights. So these are Barnett weights. There's a part number for them. These are 1 ounce. These are big ones. So we'll put a couple of these on there and see if that works. That's a lot of weight. Okay, let's see where it wants to be. Right there. So this weight here is dead nut top. The other one's right next to it. So this one should go next to the other one to be equal. So weight does not want to go on there. It's on there now. Okay. Everything is still way off. Oh, this tire is way the hell out. Let's spin it and see if there's something wrong with a bead or something. Appears to be pretty even. You can see how this side here has the rim is more wavy. It waves up and down quite a bit. You can only true one side. The other side's running pretty straight. This side here, okay, well, the tire's beaded correctly, so that's not the problem. So I want some more weight. did it. One ounce more, just not quite, just too much. Starting to drop. So let me see exactly where it wants the weight to be. Kind of right in the middle where I'm at. Okay, so we basically need a 3/4. So there's a 3/4 ounce. It's just barely smaller diameter than a 1 ounce. Not much different. Just a little bit of difference. Okay, so I'm going to knock off this one. I think these are 3/4 around there. Put the heaviest one on the center. That's maximum weight. Okay, so we got it. We're a little light. The weight's moved over a little bit on us. So the weight's too far over this side. So we'll take that one off, put it over here on this side, and that should bring it back in the center. So take off this one right here. Stick it over here on the other side. See what we got this time. That evened it up pretty good. Turn over here. A lot closer. So we moved the weight this far, so we put it up where it needed the weight. The further down you go, the less the weight is relative to what you need. So now it's just a little bit light, probably 1/8 of an ounce. I do that because I want the tire, hopefully the tire will wear more even and the weight will equalize and will come out being okay. But that's 3.5 ounces of weight on there. That's a lot, or 3¼ ounces. That's a lot of weight. That's double what I usually run on wheels. We have no rotors and no sprocket or anything on here, so that's pretty bad for a wheel, real bad. But that's what it took, so that's what it takes, that's what it takes. In case you think spin balancing is more accurate, this is how I do my land speed bikes. So it's good enough for 150 miles an hour, it's good enough for a street bike. Alright, so that's how you do your balancing. So when everything's together, it should be checked again. If there's an issue, that's where we're at. So So there you go. Pain in the ass wheel, but it's done for now. That's it.